driver and Bouba.
Yeah, I just mean if anything happened, these things with them.
Yeah, they probably get pulled over anyways. But so, I mean, the thing about getting a flight to another camp is exactly what Suzanne is saying. So you need a military convoy to every single place except for Goz Beida, which is why we picked Goz Beida.
So for sure we're stuck in Abeche at least one more night. That's no way around it.
See if we can...
If we had still Bouba here, we could have possibly headed out to Gaga, but even that would have been very iffy because it would have been just on our own.
Yeah.
So let's see what Suzanne can tell us.
My name is Suzanne Murray-Jones, and I'm reporting officer in Eastern Chad, based in the sub-office of UNHCR in Abeche.
How long have you been here?
15 months.
15 months. That's a year and a few months.
That's a year and a few months, yes.
Where is the home when you're not in?
Home, my husband and my two children, who are in their 20s, they live in the Haute-Savoie, which is just outside Geneva. Now, the reason that you were unable this morning to take off by plane to go down to Goz Beida was because, yet again, we have unconfirmed information of movement of armed vehicles, tanks, whether it's rebels, whether it's government, whether it's Sudanese, whether it's Chadian, we never know. But we live constantly with this environment where we have unconfirmed rumors, and we have to be careful about who goes where, and we don't want to risk anybody's lives.
With the insecurity situation, in February, KDJ and I went through some excitement that we were hoping not this to ever go through.
Yeah.
And for our family, it's very difficult. For those of you that have to come back or not leave because you're here, this is where you work, how difficult is it for family members to adjust to that type of danger for family members?
I can only speak for myself, but I think possibly my colleagues are similar. My family don't know half of what goes on. There's no point. I have a son of 22, I have a daughter of 25, right, and my husband. There's no reason to put them through anxiety and concern. So I tend to gloss over a lot what happens, which can make it difficult, because if you want to sometimes talk about things, you can't. You have to talk about it with your colleagues. So that's not good, obviously, but why put them through?
Yeah, so they don't get daily updates on security situation in Chad.
No, and if I do, I put a slant on it, which...
Yeah, I remember talking with you last time that you're a little bit like us, that sometimes in the moment you see kids playing and you want to play with them.
Oh, yes.
Do you enjoy being out there with the people in the camp, with the refugees?
Definitely, definitely. Sometimes you can be sitting behind a computer and you think, what am I doing here? Why am I writing this report? Is anybody ever going to read it? And it's good to touch base, it's good to touch reality. And when you're out there in the field, it's also good to stop and smell the roses, as I say. And if I want to stop for 5 minutes and play a game of football with the kids, or to teach them a high five, or just to have a laugh, then I'll do it. There's a feeling that refugees are the scum, and this is a great shame that people can't see that refugees are the same as you or I. They have just been, unfortunately, in the wrong place at the wrong time. They are of all walks of life. You've got your doctors, you've got your nurses, you've got your teachers, you've got your housewives, you've also got your criminals. You've got every single slice of human life, social life, just as if you would slice an American village or American town in half and remove 10% of it, you would get all walks of life.
This is what we know so far. We're still in Abeche. The main thing being that pretty much the officials from Goz Beida left town, and that's usually a sign that some trouble is coming. We had read in the news that there was some clashes, but we've heard here from UNHCR that it's pretty normal, so that didn't scare anybody. But just lately, a convoy of military personnel from Chad, so Chadian trucks with armed men are going towards Goz Beida. So that's a sign that there is some trouble out there. So now we're kind of grateful that we didn't get on the plane yesterday and we're stuck in Abeche. But at least we're not stuck in Goz Beida, where we've been in the middle of trouble and also not able to get to the camp more than likely. One of our big concerns right now is Bouba. Our Bouba and our driver, they left this morning to meet us because we were ready to get on the plane. It was just a few minutes before we were supposed to leave to go to Goz Beida. We had sent Bouba ahead of us to meet us over there. And now there's no way to contact him. There is no cell service in Goz Beida, which also is normal when there's trouble. So by radio, they've informed UNHCR and World Food Program over there, and we're hoping that he gets word and heads back without any trouble. So right now it's going to be wait and see as far as let's see what we hear from UNHCR, if there's any reports on what they recommend, and we're going to stay put until we know exactly what's the best option. So besides the bad news of being stuck and the security situation, we have a sandstorm now.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.